Okay, first I want to talk about being in a very great space in my life. I'm in a very transformational moment. I feel like I'm having a meeting with my twins because they're literally facing me while I'm doing this. So it's really beautiful to see. And they are literally like so attentive and listening to me. So yeah, we're in a meeting. We're in a session. Class is in session, okay? So, yeah, I feel like I'm in a really great and transformational moment in my life. There is a lot of emotions that I am experiencing on the day to day. I hope it's not too loud. So yeah, there are a lot of emotions that I'm experiencing on the day to day. There's a lot of healing that I'm doing on the day to day, moment to moment. I just, before even starting this video, I was like thinking about like, should I even be doing this video right now? Like, or should I just like really try to do do what I'm doing without the need to create content around the experience. Um, so I'm gonna create the content without explaining exactly what I'm doing until I've completed it. Um, but I'll still do the content as I'm inspired to do the content. But I'm just reorganizing my life, restructuring my life, rebuilding my mind, reposturing, repositioning, filtering myself, combing through what works, what doesn't work, what needs to be refined, what needs to be corrected and mended for it to work better. What needs to be shifted and done so this could operate smoothly. And what needs to be accepted, released, and because this is the reality of what we're in. And so, being a new mom, I'm first of all, I'm just grateful that I have this ability, this agility, this mental fortitude. Thank you, God, for my sanity. Thank you, God, for my heart posture. Thank you, God, for my presence right now, because Lord knows just a few moments ago, just a few weeks ago, a few months ago, there's different seasons, different things that you could literally be trapped in a hellish mindset, a hellish space, what could feel like a century, or in reality it's like a long time of existing, for months or days, weeks, hours, whatever at a time. And I can honestly say lately I've just been in a progressing state of being. It's taking a minute. That's another thing that I'm releasing, is the control of when something is supposed to happen, when it's supposed to look a certain way. So one, I have to accept that I've always kind of struggled with my physical identity, my physical expression, my physical look, because I haven't always had the means, the access, the resources to keep it maintained, the knowledge, the information, the access, like that is, if I look at my generation, look at my bloodline, that is not a priority on my maternal line. So I grieve that. I grieve that reality of not being able to, not even having the internal tools or understanding and, just spiritual protection and know-how to make yourself look good, feel good, be good, and support your needs in that way. So, anywho, there's a lot of insecurities around my personal image right now. There's a lot of insecurities around not necessarily having the means to to put on the mask for real, because technically, if we're just being real, this is where I'm at. This is what I am. This is who I am, raw form. This is what it is, you know. Now, when I do recall, like prior to becoming pregnant, prior to being pregnant, I was more consistent with my personal hygiene, my girl maintenance. I got it in where I got it in. I pivoted where I needed to pivot. You know, if I had to take a cut here, I could cut to here. Went longer with a set here. You know, certain things. But there was a lot less anxiety, a lot less interference, a lot less I'm going to say karmic residue, spiritual residue. Since having kids, I've literally chosen to fragment myself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, in order to build them up and be present for them and be a steward for them, to usher them here. And although I beat myself up because I know what they deserve, I know what we deserve, I know where we should and could be, you know, the wish, would, coulda, shoulda stuff. But the reality is that that's just not where we are. That's not just what we have. We are who we are. We are where we at. And I am learning to love, to embrace, and to embody, and to just be present with where I am, and to make the conscious decisions and choices and next steps to get us in a better place. So if that's what I so desire. So it's like I have to do the work on the physical, the material, the mental, the physical, spiritual. I have to do it on all the planes. I can't just be too busy in the spiritual world. I can't just be too busy in the material world. I can't neglect the emotion. I have to give everything its attention. So that's what I'm learning how to do in this time. I'm in the trenches of it all, re-parenting myself, loving on myself, like doing basic things, like making up my bed, resetting my space daily, you know, grooming myself where and how I can, understanding that I am in somewhat of a depressed state, but I am managing to get through it so good. And that what I would say is my highest. Like I am going 110 right now, with all that I have. With all that, it's like a car that's missing a few things, you know. A car, the shots and some things are messed up on this vehicle. Some things need to be fine-tuned. Some things need to be diagnosed so you can see what the hell is going on. Some things need to be fixed. There needs to be some, but it's still going. This is a vehicle that still can get you to A, B, C, D. This is old reliable, okay? So we're gonna make it. How we're gonna make it, it's not. We don't know. We don't have a full. Because we're always want to adapt. We're also want to accept what comes to us. Now we, you know, like I said, we have structure. We have a plan. We're setting in place the things that need to be in place. But we're not firm on any of that stuff because that could change. And like I said, I don't like being attached to things going a certain way or being a certain way, because that means I'm not letting it happen in a way that it may be more easeful. My plan may require 100 steps, and there may be a way to do it in 10. So I'm always open to that type of expansion. Hi. I have some beautiful baby boys, and being their mom is the best experience of my entire existence. It's also the most challenging thing I have ever done in life. And if I don't acknowledge that, I am dismissive. I'm doing a disservice to mothers after me, to myself, to my inner child, to my reality. Because, baby, I'm literally going through the postpartum things. Hairline, is non-existent. Don't know if I'm coming or going, not able to really maintain the structure around routine how I would like to, not really able to move how I want to do. It's like postpartum depression. I see why people have this attachment to it, because first of all, I try not to attach myself to these frequencies, because that's another addiction of mine, is this struggle of this attachment and obsession with making it and struggling and survival instead of just doing the damn thing, I don't know. But yeah, so my version of postpartum depression is just literally physically not having the energy, because I don't have the minerals, being mineral deficient, vehicle not all the way together, physically don't have the level of care that's needed for the body to even operate on the day-to-day, to do the basic things it needs to do on the day-to-day. There is no physical energy to do a lot of the things that I even do. So over the next weeks and days and months or whatever, I'm going to be intentionally making space to prioritize my mental health, my personal well-being, my self-care, building structure and routine around my lifestyle, and not looking at that as a chore, as something that's to harm me, and actually looking at it the opposite way, like not having structure around these things, not having this time for yourself, not being disciplined in this way is the lack of self-love, is the disrespect, is the disregard, is the neglect, is the abandonment. And also being okay with, like, okay, y'all, this is something we're new to this. Kawana, we're new to this. It's like teaching a toddler, teaching a child, like, you're going to teach them how to make their bed. They're not going to do it right the first time. They may go a whole year of doing it right, and one day feeling some type of emotion, or who know, we're human, so like we have to I want to have the margin for error. I want it to be a very large one, but I also want to be like mindful of the inconsistencies, like how hard is it for me to maintain this routine, this structure, this thing that I say is just do these few things, set yourself up for success, not grabbing your phone so soon unless it's for work, meditation, you're doing some of your healing things that you're doing on your phone, but typically just not grabbing your phone so early in the morning, sitting with yourself, sitting in your messes, sitting in what you're feeling, getting yourself up, changing your clothes, bathing yourself, like doing my personal, like just being able to do that is my goal right now. It's like building structure around my basic day-to-day life. Like before I start trying to really expand in my career, expand in my wealth, expand in my social life, like before I can start really even giving a fuck about what the next person feel, like why is so much of my time going to that when my house is not in order? Literally, like who I am as a person is not operating. Like I may be operating at what is considered 100% with what I have now, but like I said, it's like having that old reliable that needs the work done. Still gets you to A to B, C to D. Don't look the best doing it though, So we're in refinement. We have a budget, It's only so much we can do a day, so much we can do in a month. But I'm not like, there's the physical human limitation, and there's that miraculous 360, and just setting that intention. Like, I just want to be better. I am better. I am whole. I am more caring. I am more aware. I am more, uh, self-sufficient. I am more careful. I am more, like, mindful of myself, my personal hygiene. I have more time. I slow it down during the day. I have everything that I need in order to get to where I'm going, in order to get to where I need to be, in order to be comfortable in, like, all of the things. And so that's what I'm hoping for, praying for. Manifesting, and that's my magic, that's my work right now, is to just build my life in a way, like, just do the basic day-to-day things, make space for the day-to-day, get present with your day-to-day, and then world build, refine, make it better. That's how you get into that whimsy life. Like, stop vicariously living through other people. Like, yeah, of course, do your little thing every now and then. You're gonna have your little, but we have to minimize the scrolling, minimize the negative, just not so healthy ways of coping with with the depression. So that's why I would say, like, sometimes there's levels to the depression and the postpartum depression. I do feel like I am being afflicted. I do feel like I am being in a spiritual transcendence. Like, I have the opportunity to change the trajectory, to change the outcome, to change the ley line, the grid, the work, and so after I complete this thing, once I get it to a stable place, once I learn to motion with the ocean, there'll be other battles and other challenges and other things to overcome and to fine tune. But right now it's like, can you just do the basic stuff? Can you just build structure around the basic stuff? Because that's where we mess up at. Like, going out into this world, and like, I was just thinking, like, I did not make up that bed. And this is the second day that I've been, like, intentional. Like, we're gonna just make up the bed, make up the space, do the basic things. Get yourself up. Stop just going into the day, throwing yourselves to the wolves, basically, and expecting this beautiful outcome. You need to train and prepare for the life you want, and it doesn't have to be this elaborate thing unless you need it, want it, need it to be. As a mom, I'm like, simple, ease, stress-free, convenience, structure, has all those basic components, but without the high dream car, without the, so that's where we are this morning, this rising, and I'm grateful. I'm releasing a lot. I have to grieve and acknowledge my own triggers and traumas, and still ways where I, little girl, feels this and feels that. And yes, I'm 27. Yes, I am an adult. Yes, I've been adulterated. Yes, I have to live in this real world. Yes, I have to, do the things to a certain extent. More so, like, I have children, and for me, like, yes, taking care of their basic things is like, do the basics, have the basics, but it's like, I want to do more. Like, I want to care for them on a higher level. But if I can't fully care for me, I can't fully care for them, and it hurts sometimes, because it's like, there's moments where I really have to be more intentional with myself in order to even show up for them fully. And it's like I'm taking time away from them to take care of me, which in turn gives me more time and space to really be present and take care of them. And it's a work in progress, because I'm like, I'm one of the people who, like, I don't know, so much of my childhood was just so chaotic and trauma filled that I don't know what fucking thing did it for me. I don't know, what was it, the consistent chaos over a long period of time, or was it these hard experiences momentarily? Was it a combination of all, like, who knows? And so I'm just very like, I don't want to do this to my children. So I'm very mindful, very aware in that sense, but I'm also like, I gotta be present, and I have to be conscious in a way where, like, I allow that shit to work itself out, and it's not always pretty. It don't always feel or look like how I want it to look or feel, you know. And I have to be okay with that, and be open to that, you know, and be open to this process of rebuilding and refining and making a very ghetto, a very not so pleasant experience more pleasurable, more fun, more easeful, better and better and better. My life gets better and better and better. My life is better and better and better. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I will be uploading this soon. Like I said, I'm gonna be uploading quite a few videos and reels, so I'm just trying to clean out my files. But I only will upload videos when I'm inspired to. I am kind of taking a social media break, so to say. Like, I haven't fully I do want to do like a full, like, just no phone type of experience. But I also want to be intentional, because, like, I know there's things that come up where I'm like, I need to share this. I know I need to share this. I know I'm not the only one experiencing this. But, like, maybe I'm not even, like, this world will have you trying to make $1 million and become a billionaire and all this stuff, and you don't even, like, I just don't think millionaires have dirty homes to a certain extent. Like, they can afford to delegate, keep it clean in themselves, like they are doing that work within themselves in a certain extent. Now, I don't know, there may be some people who are millionaires living like however they live in. I don't maybe it don't really matter, but I want to be a millionaire in my mind and my physical. I want to be a millionaire without the money, baby. I want to be a millionaire without I want a millionaire lifestyle, meaning, like, just an abundant and a high level of existence. I want my space to reflect my inner world. I want my inner world to reflect my outer world. I want it all to be cohesive. And when I see the disarray, when I look at the home, and you look at the home as your spiritual compass, you're like, okay, what needs to be better? What needs to be addressed? What needs to be uncovered? What needs to be fully processed? So that's where we are. I'm going to get back into my day. I do need to go make up this bed. I do need to take care of the kiddos, get them all reset. And y'all, it's hard. It's grieving. Like, I wish I could cry right now. I wish I could just scream and wail and, like, yell and do the things, but I'm not even like at that level of release yet. Like, I did have done some crying over the few days, but I just haven't had that moment where I can just fully, like, just get this out of me, because I don't think I'm ready yet. I don't think I'm fully at that space of, like, fully even addressing what it is that I'm living through. I'm just, like, living through it and surviving it. And I don't want to just survive it. I want to alchemize it. I want to transcend it. I want to purify it. I want to raise the floor, raise the vibration, baby. Like, I want to transmute this experience for myself, for my inner child, for my bloodline, for generations before me, for generations after me. Like, this is it. This is my time. This is my moment. This is the space that I get to have and be in. And I want to make it the best that I possibly can with what I have, with what I know, with what I see, with what I hear, with what I feel, taste, touch, smell, all of the things. And all of the ancestors and spirit guides and gods and goddesses and just all of it that is of higher vibration than myself. Just get in alignment with me, assist me, usher me into the stillness, into the life, into the abundance and prosperousness that I desire to have. Help me comb through my quirks and my resistances and my all the things that I need to comb through in order to fully receive and exist in the world and the life that fully serves and honors and uplifts my every aspect of myself. I don't want to neglect any aspect of myself. But in this time of building, in this time of integration, I understand that some parts of me are neglected, are abandoned, are being put to the back burner to a certain extent. So reveal that to me in this space, in this time. Allow me to fully see what needs to be uncovered, what needs to be sifted, what needs to be integrated, what needs to be worked through, what needs to be sat with in order to fully get us to this next level. Thank you. Gratitude. Let me go into my day now.